I'm not a coder myself, but interestingly enough, here's what I'd say. When I was coding and when I was working on apps, and I do know people who do work on that, generally what I would do is come up with one idea or one little framework I wanted to get done with the day. Like first I'm going to write software specifications. I'm going to see what language I want to use. Now you already have your app. I'm going to see, is it meeting all the things in that document I looked at? Am I getting any errors? Do I understand everything? Is there anything that I need to ask for? And then you can get into little compartmentalizations of, yes, I went on GitHub, or no, I went to this guy on the App Store and it didn't work, or it did work. And really just setting a goal of, I'm going to ask 1 or 2 questions per day. It doesn't have to be anything extreme, because then if you set ridiculous goals, but having at least that one important focus to narrow in when you're creating stuff on the App Store or marketing it, making that one list or a few tasks, that can help. That's my idea. Mr. Tom, where you be at?
I'm here, listening, enjoying what I'm hearing.
Can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
All right. So, funny enough, we have this grandiose vision of a website. Now, you can't throw up a website in a day, or maybe you can. But we're talking about getting that one important thing done that day, getting that one task done when you don't want to do anything. What do? I'm a client. I come to you. I want my website done. You're saying, nah, it's Christmas time. I drank too much eggnog. What does Tom do?
Well, number one, usually, I'll have someone come to me and they'll have a fanciful idea, and they feel that their idea is enough to get someone else excited about it. But in retrospect, as you and I went over, it's really condensing it down to 3 areas of, what it is you're passionate about and what it is that you can help somebody with, and then bite-sized goals. And so once you hit one milestone, then you move on to the next. Because if you try to eat a whole pizza in one sitting, you're going to be pretty stuffed. But if you enjoy one piece of pizza at a time, you're going to enjoy and understand, how you each taste, if you will. You can understand how the ingredients all come together as one, and that type of thing. So you're not overwhelmed, is my point. Because a lot of times people are overwhelmed, and my job is to help them, sit back and see this from yeah, I can do this, and then I can do this, and then I can do that. And then once they get those 2 or 3 steps done, then they can move on to the next thing. For example, I just did a rebranding on a skincare website, and this lady had a great story, but at the end of the day, we had to get one milestone at a time.
Yep.
And I love it, because I can come with a crazy story, a crazy idea, and sometimes I come up, I'm like, oh, the Entrepreneur Power Hour is going to do this, it's going to do that, we're going to have a traffic, just crazy things. And then sometimes people have to be like, okay, Kareem, you need to settle on one thing. I'll give a personal example. Me and Chris do videos. If you've looked at our channel, we do doodly videos, some whiteboard, some animation, different things now with Camtasia. And interestingly enough, I found this program called Explaindio. Well, we're trying to learn that. And then I looked at some other programs, and I'm like, no, I have to learn this Explaindio program, master this video creation software. And then once I do that, then I can pick up other stuff. But if I pick up like 300 programs at once and try and learn them, I'm just going to get frustrated. And then I will actually quit.
I actually ran into a screenwriter friend of mine. This actually plays really well into what people do, to keep yourself focused. Screenwriters are a great example. They had 2 weeks to get their screenplay done. It was obviously one of those situations, they give you a time frame, you got to get it done, so you can't really toy around too much. In this case, what they do, they take 15 minutes, write down whatever's going on in the first 15 minutes, force themselves to walk away for maybe 5-10 minutes, come back for another 15 minutes, do the same thing, walk away again. And they were saying that that is a really common way that they can write an entire script in about 2 weeks by using that technique from first draft all the way to your final draft. I never really thought about doing something like that, but it's kind of an interesting thought process into getting things accomplished.
Yeah, I think that for myself, I know that the more I plan my day, the more I get done. Days where I don't plan stuff, I get distracted, you know. So what works for me is having a day planner on my phone or writing stuff down, which I like the day planner on my phone more though because it reminds me. If I set a task or something I need to do, my phone will go off and go, this has to be done. Oh, awesome. Okay. So I really, really like structuring my day. And one of the things I want to improve on in 2017 is reading. Because the more you learn, the more you earn. And that is a fact of life. So reading stuff like The Law of Success, that is a book that I want to read for the rest of my life. There's also some other ones I have by Stephen R. Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Really, really can't wait to get into that one. That's going to be just awesome. Living the 7 Habits by Stephen R. Covey. I have another one titled No Excuse, and I forget who the author is. And then I have Emotional Intelligence and Why It Matters More Than IQ. And there's another one I have called The Moral Advantage, How to Succeed in Life and Business by Doing the Right Things. And that's just the iceberg of the books that I'm going to be purchasing over the course of my journey to prosperity and success as an entrepreneur. So, but I think that it's very important for me to point out that if you're not educating yourself constantly, don't expect to make millions of dollars. You know, you look at Grant Cardone, you look at Bob Proctor, you look at Richard Branson, you look at Gary Vaynerchuk, you look at, what's his name now? He owns Google. I forget his name.
Larry Page.
Yeah, and then you look at Mark Zuckerberg. Like, these aren't people that sat around going, you know, I think I'm just going to play some video games today and I can do it tomorrow. You know, like, we all have moments of procrastination because we're human beings. Yeah. We all have moments where we don't feel like doing jack shit. But you know what? The more we push through those barriers and say, you know what? I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to get up and do it. Then you will create those habits in your subconscious mind. Your mind will behave differently, which will cause you to behave differently. So I think it's important to point out that consciousness is programmable, that success consciousness is programmable. And I'm learning that because I'm so engaged in the law, in Napoleon Hill's teachings, that I never want to stop being a student of life. I never want to stop being a student of success, or I don't want to quit being a student of learning from different people in my life that are attracted to me based on the vibrations that I am emitting. So if I want to have success in my life, I have to be emitting successful vibrations which attract successful people into my life. Kareem and I, this is a funny story about how we actually met Mr. Tom Clark, who's going to help us with our branding and get our website a good facelift and a bunch of other services he's offering that Kareem and I are investing in. Mr. Calvin Wayman of Entrepreneur.com, we interviewed him on our Blog Talk radio show, and he's the author of Fish Out of Water. He's a keynote speaker. He's a contributor for Entrepreneur.com. He's got a YouTube channel called Millionaire Case Study, and he's documenting his journey to success. And he told Kareem and I that we needed to find a mentor. We needed to find somebody that could take us by the hand and show us what we need to do. And the next day, I got a phone call from Tom Clark. And he told me about what he can offer us, how he's going to help us, that he believes in our brand, he believes in what we're doing. He saw the Entrepreneur Power Hours website and thought it lacked personality. So I said, guys, I want to do this for you. I want to give your website a personality. I want you guys to do some homework tonight. I want you to tell me how you'd interact with 3 different types of people that want to become entrepreneurs. And so we did a document called Entrepreneur Personalities. I gave him my take on the personalities. Kareem gave him his take. And the results were quite interesting because Tom said that Kareem's the educator and I'm the business mind side of things. And then the fun entrepreneur is kind of, Kareem and I are a combination of that together. So that was really, really refreshing to hear that somebody on the outside's looking in and seeing the potential that Kareem and I have. And that's just the two of us. I mean, wait until we have lots of people working with us through our brand and through our company and what we're going to do. I mean, when we say unite the world's entrepreneurs, we mean exactly that. So, and it took Kareem and I quite a long time to figure out, well, okay, we're brothers. We've been friends for 5 years now. What the hell are we going to do to facilitate our dreams? Because we were struggling. We were in MLMs, you know, we were promoting health products, trying to sell stuff to people that were like, what the hell is this going to do for me? And I'm like, man, just take it. It might give you more energy. You know, and it was good for a while. We had some success. We made some money, but our return on investment wasn't even 45% of what we were putting in. And I looked at Kareem one day and I said, this isn't working, man. We need to figure something out. We need to come up with our own idea, our own brand, our own content, and then the Entrepreneur Power Hour was born. And now here we are, almost 2 years later, and breakthroughs are starting to happen. We meet somebody like Tom Clark. We're sponsored by Bruce Bates of the Marketers Cooperative. Michael Wallace of Ad Zackley is sponsoring us and investing in us. Things are coming together because Kareem and I have never strayed from our vision, and we've never believed it wasn't going to happen. And that's how it works. So I'm going to throw the ball on that thought.